Hey, I'm Ben Fanning, and I help big CEOs launch powerful and profitable podcasts. You're going to love this incredible and inspiring interview with IBM's Chief Human Resource Officer, Nickle LaMoreaux. Her team supports more than 250,000 employees around the globe in more than 170 countries.
The first, maybe foundational piece of this is to really understand what's important to you. The reason why I always ask to kind of start with that question is you can get caught up in a lot of things that you think are important, or that the organization thinks are important, or your friends think should be important for you, but what's really important to you. And a couple times over my career, I've gotten this wrong. And that's some of what I relayed in the Fast Company article. So as an example, I did pass on a promotion, and it was for a very simple reason. I wanted to have another baby, and I needed to come back to the United States to do that. So I was on assignment in Shanghai, China. They wanted me to stay on, take on a bigger role, and I wanted to be closer to family. And so I did pass on that promotion. And a lot of people may have said, well, didn't that railroad you or sideline you? No, it actually made me a better employee because I was more satisfied about what I was doing in my personal life to then focus as appropriate on my professional life. At that point in my career, if I was really honest with myself, looking myself in the mirror about what did I care most about, I would have said status. In fact, I joked that I may have even passed or taken a pay decrease in order to get promoted. That's what I cared most about. I wanted to tell friends and colleagues and prior classmates that I had gotten a big job. So I went to talk to my manager about it. And in that conversation, I thought I was crystal clear. But I was also a little embarrassed to say I cared about status. So even though I thought I was crystal clear, at the end of 30 minutes, my manager thought I wanted a pay increase. So came back about a week later with a pay increase, but not a promotion.
So no more responsibility, no more title.
And it was a quick lesson that I learned about be clear, be unapologetic about what it is that is important to you. I think what we need to do as employees is make sure that we're being honest with ourselves about what those things are. And what we need to do as employers is create safe space for employees to admit that, to talk about it, and have those conversations. So that's some of what I've kind of learned about career progression. It's not necessarily about following a ladder, following steps. It's about at every certain point in your career being clear and honest about what you want and finding out if your organization can give you that. So here's how I have evaluated over my career. You have to have truth tellers in your professional mentoring sponsorship. Right. So lots of us look for mentors and sponsors that maybe are domain experts. Lots of us look for them that maybe have careers we want to emulate. But one important category around that is being a truth teller. Somebody who's really going to probe and ask you the uncomfortable questions. Nickle, really? Are you sure you like challenging work? Because 2 weeks ago, I saw you kind of backing away from this hard problem on the table, or whatever the situation may be. I hope none of my colleagues are saying that. So whether you find those individuals in the workplace, seek out a mentor who's really going to look you in the eye and have those conversations. 2 pieces of advice I would say on finding truth tellers. One, don't let the hierarchy dictate who the truth tellers are. Sometimes we say, oh, go to a senior leader. They'll be a truth teller to you. I will tell you, some of the people that have been most honest with me have been new hires into IBM, or maybe someone early in their career who said, Nickle, you said this and it did not resonate at all. And then secondly, at a very practical level, think about asking somebody a question. Maybe, Ben, when I finish this podcast with you, some of the team that may listen, I might put a question out to 20 people that listen to it and say, what could I have done better? 18 of those people might come back. No, Nickle, you were great. You
You're
were
fabulous, Nickle.
Yeah.
You're perfect.
But
No mistakes.
Who comes back with real feedback?
Hey, if you want to keep watching the world's best CEOs share their biggest secrets, make sure to subscribe to this channel and keep watching more videos. And if you're looking to build a profitable podcast for your company, make sure to reach out to me directly.